Yo, what's good? Leotoa Dr. John Peterson here, TE2 Edge Sports Cards, coming at you live and direct. Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's Friday and end of the work week for some folks. Thought I'd do a 1989 Bowman box break. Let's see here, about, I don't know, maybe 15 months ago I picked up, maybe even longer, maybe closer to 18 months ago, I picked up a case of 89 Bowman, and it's a pretty cheap rip. These go for about 40 to 50 bucks a box, so it's fun to relive some memories and open up, a box of this every once in a while. Of course, the 89 Bowman Griffey is the big card from this set. This is the comeback edition, as they called it back in 1989, and was the first release of Bowman in, oh boy, probably since 1954 was the last year Bowman had issued a set and a checklist. So anyway, hope everybody's doing good out there. I'll chat a little bit here while I open up this box and kind of give you some updates on what I've been up to for the last month or so since I did a video. So I'm gonna pull these out, stack them over here. It's been interesting. I've opened up a couple of these in the last couple of weeks, and some boxes don't have any Griffies and some boxes have more than one. I've seen the most recent box I picked up or opened up, it had 2 Griffies. So I don't know, we'll have to just wait and see what we get out of this and hope that we get at least one Griffey rookie card from this. Stack these up here. See if we can get them centered a little bit. Yeah, so I've been busy working, watching a lot of sports card YouTube content, keeping up to speed with what's going on in the hobby. Seeing some interesting things going on. I watched the Jeff Wilson show, Cards on the Table, which is actually a pretty decent show. It's a pretty well-run show. I think he does pretty good content, honestly. But they're talking about the Taco Superfractor, and the whole $15,000 Taco Bell giveaway, which I thought was kind of interesting. This is for the first player who steals a base in the World Series. If you've got that player's Taco Fractor, it's not a Taco Superfractor, it's a Taco Fractor. If you have that player's Taco Fractor and they steal the first base in the World Series, you get a $15,000 gift card to go to Taco Bell. That's a lot of Taco Bell. I mean, if you eat that much Taco Bell, you're probably gonna be sick. So anyway, I thought that was fun from Topps. Yeah, what else? I've been busy selling quite a few cards lately. Geez, I sold the 52 Bowman PSA 8 Stan Musial. Sold that to a local guy from Cottage Grove. There's a Daryl Strawberry. Made some money on that one, which was nice. I think I paid $28 for that last April and sold it for $4. So I think the net on that was about $36.50, close to $3,700. The eBay fees were closer to 9% rather than the typical 13.9%. Of course, there were taxes that I had to pay. So I did pretty decent on that. I think I made about $800 on that card. Let's see, what else have I sold? I think I'd mentioned that I'd sold the 56 Mays that I'd picked up quite a while back, almost a year, maybe a year and a half ago. No, actually, yeah, a year and a half ago. Picked that up off of Facebook. Sold that for about $1,600 to a guy on eBay. I think I netted maybe close to 13, 14. Took a loss on that card. I think I paid closer to $2 for that back a year and a half ago. So, but you know, it is what it is, and you're gonna have some wins like the Musil, and you're gonna have some losses like the Maze. Let's see here, what else have I sold? Sold the 56 Koufax. There's a Molitor. That's a sweet card. I'm gonna set that one aside. I think I paid about $300 for that, and I sold it for about $325, $350. So I came close to breaking even on that. I sold the 56 Aaron, which was in a PSA 7 slab. Sold that to a guy on eBay from Wisconsin, from Glendale. And I think I got $14.40 for that, which was significantly less than what I paid for it. I overpaid for that card by quite a bit. I'm embarrassed even to say what it was, but it was a significant loss. But you know, it's the way it goes. And because I do this as a business, I can write that loss off as an expense against the business. So what else have I sold? I sold the 54 Topps K-Line rookie, which was a very nice card. It was a PSA 7. Let's see, what did I get for that? I sold it on eBay. I think I got $3,200 for that, which I thought was a pretty strong price based on recent comps. I bought that on My Slabs. This would have been almost a year ago, back in the fall of 2022. I bought that for $2,200 on My Slabs, and like I said, I got $3,200 for it. I think I cleared maybe 29, I think is what the net was on that for eBay. Again, the fee was closer to 9%, 10%, rather than the typical 13.9%, 14%. So I made some money on that one, which was nice. About let's see here, 22 and 29, yeah, about 700. So that was a win. Of course, you have to claim that as a profit on your income for the business. Let's see here, what else? I sold the 56 Mantle, which was a SGC 6. I had tried to get that in a PSA slab, and I tried 2 different times. One through Got Baseball Cards down in Atlanta. They tried to submit it and didn't go through. I don't know if they said it was authentic altered or what the deal was, but they were not willing to grade it. And then I tried a second time through 3-Star Sports Cards to sell it. Not sell it, excuse me, but to get it crossed over, same grade or higher, and PSA would not grade it at same grade or higher. So I left it in the SGC slab and sold it on My Slabs earlier this week for $4,000, which I thought was a really strong price given recent comps. Bo Jackson's kind of messed up. It's got some snowing on it. So that was really good, although, again, I took a loss on that card. I had bought that from Burbank back in the summer of 2022. It was in a BVG 7.5 slab and came out as a SGC 6. So, and that 56 Mantle has been dropping. So if you're in the market for a 1956 Mantle, that card can be had for anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 right now. I think I have the highest sale now, probably in the last maybe year or so. There might be one 6.5 in there that sold for about $4,200. Yeah, so those are some of the big cards that I've sold. Also listed quite a few new cards on my eBay store and on my Slabs page. which has been a mix of PSA and CGC. I got a number of cards. Oh, that card's worth a little bit if it's a PSA 10. Set that aside. I received, I think I did a reveal. Here's a 83 Donruss Gwyn in the new CGC. I do like the new label. I like it better than the old one. Well, I definitely like it better than the green one, the first iteration, first gen. Second gen, I like this slab. It's straightforward, clean. I really like what they did with their pristine. I don't know if I have any pristines in here. I don't think I do. Their pristine 10s look sweet. Really like those. So I've been picking up a few of those. I picked up this Edwards Panini 1-on-1. This is a 22 card. So that was good. Yeah, so gonna do a card show, the Minnesota card show, monthly card show, put on by Isaac Hoffman. I'm gonna do that one not tomorrow, but next Saturday. And I had skipped a couple months of that just because he was out in Rosemont for the show. And there's a Sandberg. He was out in Rosemont for the show, and 6-foot tables for $100. And I just flat out told him, I said, I'm not paying $100 for a 6-foot table on which I can only fit 2 cases. I've got 3 cases. So he said, well, that's the best I can do. I said, well, good luck finding vintage dealers. There's a Mattingly. Good luck finding vintage dealers. He's a great player too. I'm not going to pull that out though. Because that show typically does not have really any vintage dealers whatsoever. $100 for a 6-foot table? Give me a break. And a gym, the Rosemount or Community Center gym? No way. So he reached out to me and said that he's found a new location at the Earl Brown Heritage Center in Brooklyn Center, which is a really nice facility. Been there a number of times. And because he's got so few vintage dealers, he offered, it's a nice Brett, but it's off-centered. He offered to give me a discount on my table because he needs vintage dealers, and I've still got sold a ton of vintage in the last year, but I still got a decent amount left. And he gave me a $50 discount. No, actually it was a $60 discount because I got oh, look at that, I got 2. That's cool. He gave me a $60 discount because I got a kind of a preferred spot table, and those were $120. And yeah, so I got $60 off, and I'm going to be at that show next Saturday. So if you're in the area, come check it out. Kind of a local card show. I haven't done the Twin Cities Sports Cards and Collectors show. I didn't do it last month just because I had other stuff going on. That show is $50 a table, 8-foot tables, which is nice. But that one has lots of vintage dealers. So, or more vintage dealers than what you see at Isaac's show. So, yeah, I try and hit up at least one show every couple months. So far, no Griffey. What else? Can't think of too much more. I did pick up a couple cases of the 2022-23 Bowman Chrome University basketball. I'm pretty high on Wembanyama, even though it's early. Of course, he's only 19. Also high on Caitlin Clark. think she's going to have a nice career in the WNBA. So there's some nice cards of hers in the in some autos in those hobby boxes. I think it's 2 autos per hobby box. So I picked up 2 cases of that. Gonna rip that. I haven't ripped anything expensive in quite a while. That'll be fun. Another the second or third Eric Hansen. Why can't that be Griffey? Shit. Dibble. I saw a listing on Facebook. Tons of wax. 86 to 4 pallets worth of junk wax from 86 to 94 baseball only. Talked to this lady. It's in De Pere, Wisconsin. Talked to this gal. She's got 4 pallets worth of vending boxes, sets, and wax packs in sealed boxes and some rack pack cases. So I've been kind of negotiating and talking with her lately over the last week and a half. As you know, I'm in Minneapolis, and De Pere is in eastern Wisconsin, so kind of considered going over there and taking a look at what she has, but it's a 4-hour ride / drive one way. So I don't know. It's kind of a long trip to make, to not have a deal in place. If I'm going to drive 4 hours, I'd like to have an agreement in place first, minimally. But she's got, excuse me, I've been sick I was sick last week, so still got a little remnant of that being sick. I had a fever for about 3 days. Respiratory flu, it's going around. So yeah, she has boxes and boxes of 86 tops. She's got rack pack vending cases of 87 tops. She's got 88 tops in boxes, which I don't fuck with the 88 tops at all. Just there's really no reason to buy it, in my opinion, unless you're just into the cards. In terms of a value perspective, let's see here. She's got 89 tops. She's got 1990 tops, wax. That was intriguing. 1990 tops, obviously because of the print errors. No name on front, Frank Thomas. So I was kind of curious about what she had for that. If she had like cases or if she had just sealed boxes, sealed wax. Then she said she had some 91, 92, and then 93 and 94. So, but 4 pallets, she said she was assuming a collection like over time, and she just was running out of space, so she wanted to get rid of a bunch of it. But yeah, that was on Facebook Marketplace if you're interested in checking that out. De Pere, Wisconsin. Sheffield, snow. Another sandbird. It's stuck. That one's a little off center. Oh, we're getting down there. So 1989, I would have been 15. So actually working a summer job and would have had a little bit of extra cash to buy some packs of 89 Bowman. Schmidt. Problem is these cards just, other than the Griffey and the father-son card, just even in PSA 10s, they're only worth probably 30 to 40 bucks in terms of the stars. So like that Schmidt in a PSA 10, I think recently sold for like 36 bucks on eBay. Of course, if you get the McGuire, get a PSA 10 in that's closer to 100. But PSA has been so tough on junk wax. It's really made it difficult to make any sort of a margin on junk wax from the 80s. because if you get a PSA 9, the card's basically worth the, you know, value raw. And with the grading fees at $20, probably not the best decision to get anything other than the Griffey graded. At least not at this time. Yeah, that's what I know. There's a Sheffield. Again, it's got snowing. I think he's potential to make the Hall. I'd like to see Sheffield make the Hall. Hit over 500 home runs. Had a decent WAR. Played for a bunch of teams. Won a World Series. I think with the Marlins, he was balling in 96, 97. Some great years hitting the baseball. Watched the Twins playoffs against the Astros. Unfortunately, the Twins lost. Excuse me. Houston's, they're so battle tested for the playoffs. I mean, it's just another Carney Lansford, practically impossible to beat them. Especially with the Twins being such a young team. But I like where the Twins are at. I mean, I think they've got a good squad. Got a good pitching staff. They've got a great bullpen. Got some nice hitters. Need to get Buxton healthy for a full season, which would be a miracle. Correa, solid, very solid. Got some young lefties like Matt Wallner, and Alex Kirilov, and Polanco's a switch hitter. I mean, they've got some nice players. Max Kepler is a nice lefty. So Tony Gwynn. So I think that's off-center. Another Nolan Ryan. Or there's a Nolan Ryan. Off-centered, though. I don't set aside the ones that are not centered. Really no sense in getting them graded. Or even putting them in a sleeve and setting them aside, in my opinion. Some people might put them aside, but I don't. All right, coming down to the last few packs here. No Ken Griffey Jr. There's a Seiko. Roy Boy. Two more. It's a quick video. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Here's some updates. Got a chance to see some 89 Bowman get ripped. This is 34 years old. Last one. All right, here we go. Ozzie, Ruben, Benito, Devin, Johnny Smoltz, Saberhagen, 85 Cy Young winner. That's it. No Griffey. Bummer. But still fun to rip. Take care of yourself. Be good. And peace out. One love.